Hi, welcome to the first official blogcast of Intraordinary Life. Intraordinary Life is a blog I created a year ago on the 8th of August 2015. The main aim was just to be able to express my thoughts and kind of find people that can relate to what I go through. Maybe just not me per se, but maybe things that I observe or feel like there should be a conversation about it going on. And so if you're not a regular follower of the blog, it's intraordinary life .blogspot.co.uk or intraordinarylife.blogspot.com. If you do use the second option, it will take you to the .co.uk version. So yeah, basically blogcast is a video version of Intraordinary Life. I do have ideas, tons of ideas, so many times a day, but I don't get the chance to write it down because I probably don't have a pen or a paper at hand, or I'm just not in the right place to write, or I'm just simply just lazy. But I thought I'll go for this live option so I can just express my thoughts as they come, and it should be clearer and easier to just go with the flow and really speak my mind, speak how I feel, and just be able to connect with people easier. So this is a blogcast, and pretty soon it will be live on YouTube. So if it's your first time watching this, welcome, and I do hope that you subscribe to the channel so that you can receive the latest videos that would be showcasing. At the same time, I do have a topic for today. Introduction, sorry. My name is Claudia Newton. I go by the name Ekwa Newton, which is my Ghanaian name. Ekwa is a Wednesday born. So yeah, Claudia, Cloudy, Ekwa, anything, just call me Ekwa as I go by on Intraordinary Life. Anything else, it's Claudia. So welcome. Today's topic was actually based on this piece of scripture taken from this section of scripture, cast your burdens. So today's topic is basically just cast your burdens. And my idea for today's blogcast actually came yesterday. I was actually at work and I had all of these things going through my mind. As always, I'm always thinking, and some names just kind of came to my mind, and I was trying to analyze. Okay, I just had this feeling that things were not really well with them from kind of observed behavior or like patterns. I just kind of figured out that things were not right with them, and I was just trying to analyze maybe what was going on with them. Being the kind of personality I have, I'm always trying to analyze things, and then it just kind of hit me like, why don't I just, rather than just sitting there analyzing them, why don't I just check on them, like just send them a text to say, hi, how are you? I mean, what's going on with you? If you have any, I just wanted to say hi. I'm thinking about you. If there's anything that you want to talk about, I'm there for you. Just talk to me. But it's not very easy for me because I'm not the kind of person that usually approaches people or has that one-to-one deep conversation with people. So for me, it's always been a challenge for me. I have like certain people that I can talk to easily, but even that, there is that kind of line that I kind of borderline. I don't really go deep with them. I would probably just spend time with them, but I wouldn't really try to start a conversation with them about maybe what I kind of feel like they're going through. I'd rather just spend the day with them and hope that they feel comforted by me being there, because yeah, I just find it very hard. I find it very hard to just kind of approach and just ask them plainly. But then I just felt like, for me, I just felt like, okay, why do people find it so, in this day and age, why do people find it so hard to say, help me? Like, why do people find it so hard to confide in other people? Or maybe, for example, as a church, I go to a small growing church, and we usually have prayer meetings, and sometimes I feel like we should have that kind of space where maybe during a prayer meeting we can just kind of say, guys, I'm having this. You don't really have to go into the specifics of it, but just kind of tell us what you're going through or what you need prayer support with. And yeah, just kind of having that space where we can just feel free to just kind of offload, especially in a small community of Christians. We're all of the same faith, at least, and we all know that we're not going through the same. I mean, life is not easy. We're not perfect, so we should be able to kind of have that conversation that we're going through this, we're going through that, and we shouldn't feel shy to kind of talk to people. And for me, I must confess, I'm not the kind of person to tell people my problems. Even if I'm going through problems, I would how do I deal with it? I wouldn't talk to anyone about it. Maybe I would just I'll kind of shy away from going to places where I know. Sometimes I'll shy away from going to church because maybe my facial expression at that time just can't change. I find it really hard to I find it very hard to fake a smile. So maybe I'm just like, you know what, I can't do this today. Like, I can't. This is too much for me. I'm just gonna stay at home and deal with my problems. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on. And so for me, the best way for me to offload is actually writing things down. So which is why I actually have a blog. Blogging is kind of my way of resolving issues. So most of the things I have on my blog are actually things that I've thought about and I've just about resolved. So it's the end product of what I've been going through, and I put it on my blog because I can't really. Right when I'm going through the situation, I can't think properly, and I might come up with very silly ideas rather than coming up with empowering, encouraging words for myself or for other people who might be going through the same situation. So I'll kind of leave it till I feel like I've resolved what I'm going through before I actually put it on the blog. And so for me, writing is my way of dealing with problems. I don't really go out and say what I'm going through, and that's for personal reasons. And also the fact that I'm very changeable. I'm very temperamental. 1 second I'm very happy. Next second I'm like, okay. Next second I can go I could be very sad or upset. Not with anyone, just something that I've realized about myself. So I don't tell people my issues, even if it's a close friend, because I know that I can resolve. It will be resolved in the next day, because I won't rest until I've actually taken myself out of that space. So I invest time into actually trying to resolve issues. So I don't really tell people my issues because the next day it's not going to be there. Technically, that's why, for me anyways. And once it's written down, I know that I can deal with it. And so that's why I don't talk to people about my problems. But in the same way, I do kind of feel like, okay, I kind of sense like maybe for me with the community I'm part of, maybe church per se, that people might be going through problems, but then they can't tell people that they're going through problems because maybe they just, I don't know. I just sense that people are going through problems. And I feel like, I know I'm very good at encouraging people, but I have held back for the reason that I haven't actually bonded with most of the people at my church. So I don't have that conversation where I'm able to go deep with them. Or I just generally don't feel comfortable approaching people. So even if I knew people were going through problems, I find it hard to tell them that, I'm here to help you. I don't have even if I can't give you a solution, which is not really going to be a solution, it's more of an encouragement or kind words. I would pray with you. And for me, even with the nature of how our prayer meetings tend to be, which is very small and quite intimate, I feel like it would be nice to actually invest that time to actually help people pray for their problems and pray on their issues, because what's I gonna say? Because like prayer does really help, and when you know that it's just you, just having that pressure of actually just you dealing with that problem is so immense. But when you have something that a lot of people are supporting you with, it actually makes the problem so much more lighter, which is why today is about cast your burdens. And so maybe my encouragement for church, for Christians or cell group members, cell group leaders, for pastors, for friends, group of friends, just really be aware of the people around you and offer that hand of support. Extend your hand of support to people around you when you notice that things are not really going, they just seem withdrawn, because sometimes people would be withdrawn for a very long time, and just having the sense that there's someone out there that can help me really does make a big, massive difference. So yeah, that's my encouragement for today. And I did actually text some people, at least just text them to say, how are you doing, and how is life? I feel like it made a big difference, at least, rather than thinking about them and trying to analyze their problems. I mean, I'm not in your mind, so for me it's kind of a waste of space. So for me that was a good thing to do. I think I'll keep doing that, at least in my own small way, since I don't know them that much. I will try to say hi once in a while, once a week, and yeah, letting people know that I'm here to help. And also I would actually really like to be in this place where I can actually call for people, tell people that I have got problems and I would need their help in prayers or with just support, to someone to speak to. God, I can't believe I'm saying this. Sometimes I feel, sometimes I have been through situations that seem like depressing and depression, but I never actually say it, because it's just something that you don't really, it's not something that I'm supposed to entertain. I should really just say, you know what, I'm better than this, I can go. It's not supposed to be something I'm supposed to dwell on, especially when it's thoughts of, self-esteem and self-worth. I shouldn't draw. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I shouldn't dwell on them. So for me, yeah, I know when I know when it's coming, and sometimes I do entertain them because boredom. But sometimes it's nice to let someone know that you also have really bad days when you feel like I can't go on, and I don't want people to think I'm perfect or anything. That's the last thing I want to do. So yeah, so just cast them your burdens, guys. Offer that hand of support and really do let people know that you're thinking about them. And it doesn't have to be a group of people. If it's just you and the person, just continue to pray with them and for them, and it goes a very, very long way. That person really needs that hand, that support for them if they're going through medical situations. Just you being there, going with them to hospital appointments, or doing their shopping for them, or spending time with them. Yeah, the world is really lonely, and I feel like it's lonelier at this point in time when we have a lot of social media, and it kind of gives us this false sense of community with the friends that we have on Facebook and whatnot. But then you can look at your life and you realize that you haven't actually got anyone by your side. So yeah, my new resolution is to actually visit people more. I'm still trying to work on my relationships and the level of my relationships and how I feel comfortable with people. But at least I know I can build it up with visiting people, and that goes a very, very long way. So thank you so much for joining me today on Cast Your Burdens. I'm really looking forward to doing more of these videos. And so this is a first official Intraordinary blogcast, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you by email or by comments on my blog. I will put the link to my blog on the description box below, in the description box below, so you can also check it out. And I really encourage you guys to read and just be more practical, not just to reading. If you do feel touched by what you hear and what you read, share it and also practice. It makes you a better person, and it makes me a better person by not just saying it or writing it, but actually doing it. We're all in this together. So thank you guys so much for watching today, and God bless you guys, and see you soon and hear from you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.